My God, I think it's all boiling down to this particular situation, my gorgeous Torini, indeed. On the 15th, 16th, and the 17th of February 2024, you are gonna be having a very much so rather unusual situation in your life, which you are gonna feel like it's literally been thrown at you. Because on one hand, it's to do with something that you are gonna feel ridiculously responsible for, but then on another hand, at the same time, you are, my gorgeous Torini, are going to find yourself, on a pretty much so on the crossroads in your life. Now, this in itself, it's ever so important. Listen to me very carefully. Why? Because when it comes to numerology, your number is number 32. This is a very powerful number, and it means that you have to concentrate. You need to step back for a second and reflect. On one hand, you're gonna feel like you really need to rush with something when you find yourself on this crossroads, but on another hand, this is what I need you to pay attention to. This is where I need you to stop. This is where I need you to calm down a little bit, step back and reflect. Why? Because you, my gorgeous Torini, need to understand that you're gonna need to look beneath the surface. By looking beneath the surface, you will realize something that you did not realize before. By looking, beneath the surface, at the same time, you're also going to tap into something so significant in terms of this dimension and energy that I'm talking about. Because on one hand, you're gonna let go of fear. On another hand, you are going to realize that there are two paths ahead. Again, just remember, you're going to find yourself on the crossroads. So these two paths ahead are going to be highlighted. But now there is going to be something additional. So the reason why you're on the crossroads is because there are going to be two paths ahead. But now, once you look beneath the surface, when you let go of fear, you are giving yourself to your own divine will, my gorgeous Torini. That's exactly what's happening, which is going to be leading towards you realizing, yes, there are two paths ahead, but only now, my baby, there is going to be this realization where the one of these paths is going to be connected to you feeling the need to voice your concerns. Feeling the need to voice your concerns. Well, my gorgeous Torini, I know it sounds crazy, I know it sounds mental, but this is the path that you need to follow. Okay, because otherwise, if you didn't reflect, if you didn't chill out for a little while, if you didn't step back, you could have easily gone for the actual path that is like, oh my God, at that time it's like kind of obvious. But when you kind of relax and stop pressurizing yourself about something, at that moment in time, a very sacred energy it's created, which allows you to see things crystal clear, which allows you to see things you didn't see before. So when it comes to you, like kind of understanding now, yes, it's about these two paths ahead, but now this additional magical moment which is going to happen, it's going to come in a form of where you're going to realize, well, one of these paths, it's like obvious that it's good, but another path is also good, but that one is like pretty much so a lot about you voicing some kind of concerns. Well, my gorgeous Torini, that's the path you need to follow. That's the path that's going to change your life. That's the path that's going to make you tap into things you could have only dreamed about at this stage of your life. That's the path which is going to bring probably one of the most significant changes in your life. And it is going to start like a little challenge. Just remember, before every single huge, massive aspect of our lives takes place that changes everything about us on our journey in the best possible way, the more challenge we will have. Things in this life, in this spiritual journey, are not meant to be easy. And this is why very often we face a little obstructions like this. And I call it obstruction, but it's more about just kind of really stepping back and following your intuition more than ever. Absolutely brilliant, my gorgeous Torini, indeed. And let me show you this. Look. Let me show you this. I'm just going to take this spirit message right now. Okay, and I'm just gonna focus it now, and I'm just gonna take a spirit, an oracle card, and this is gonna be like a spirit message when it comes to this particular situation, and what the spirit will want to kind of make us aware of at this stage. Oh my word! Well, there you go. I mean, do I need to say more? It's going to improve your finances and financial situation like there is no tomorrow. I'm going to take 3 cards from the spirit. And the second card, my gorgeous Torini, absolutely brilliant. Oh my God, this is going to empower you. Financial health, empowerment, and I wonder what the third card, my gorgeous Torini, is going to be. And this third card is really now going to reflect the whole month of February. Okay? Inspiration. Oh my God. So this, by the end of February, this inspiration that you are going to have, it's like, oh my God, this inspiration that you are going to have is just like, literally, this is the part of your sacred destiny, my gorgeous Torini. But it's not only that, you're not the only sign that I'm seeing this. You're not the only sign that I'm seeing this. So February and March have been, you know, pretty much so very powerful when it comes to us reconnecting with ourselves. But when it comes to us, like following the path that we are destined for, you see, there could be so many different paths that we're actually destined for. It doesn't have to be just one specific path. Well, this is something which is going to pretty much so be the path that you are gonna follow, which you are destined for. So it's something that you need to do, something that you must do, something that you have to do. And it's gonna come in the form of one of the biggest inspiration ever. See where this is going to take you. And it's not only one little inspiration, but all this which is going to take place throughout the months of February, my gorgeous Torini, it's going to be preparing you for this point in time, for this point in your life, in order for you to follow the path that you are most certainly destined for. And especially when it comes to the very much so the 27th of February. On the 27th of February, you are literally going to have an opportunity of your lifetime. Like, oh my God, you're not going to be able to believe what an incredible opportunity you're going to have, and how quickly everything is going to happen and unfold after that moment in time. It just really means that karmically you've been through, oh my God, so much that had kind of slowed you down, and now you're about to come on top, my gorgeous Torini. And once you go on top after all that time that you've been down, nothing is going to bring you down ever again. And I'm not saying you are sad, down and negative, but you will see what I mean truly and purely through your own vibration and energy. I mean how creative you're going to feel throughout this month. It's going to be out of this world, and this in itself is going to be speaking for itself. Absolutely mind-blowing indeed. So remember that number 32 is a very, very powerful number, and if you do come across number 32 throughout this month, listen to me very carefully. Whenever you come across number 32, whenever you see number 32 somewhere on TV, on the internet, on I don't know, on a car plate or whatever, wherever you see like number 32, at the same time, please, you need to understand that this is the part of your sacred guidance. There is a very specific reason for it. Every single time you become aware of number 32, each time you need to understand that you need to work on some kind of negativity. You're thinking about something in a negative way without even realizing, and this element of your life has been slowing you for way too long. Like, oh my God, so you need to become aware of it first. You need to establish what this is, and you are going to be surprised. Lots of you are going to find this really mind-blowing, and lots of you are going to be so surprised because at the same time you're going to uncover something really specific about yourself, something that you're running away from, and now you need to face this. Okay? It's about you seeing something, some kind of situation in your mind from a different angle, and only you can do this. This in itself is going to be a really enlightening point, enlightening moment in time. So do not ignore when you see number 32, because trust me, this is going to set your heart free. This is going to set you free. It is going to create a very powerful moment of your own personal liberation, like absolutely mind-blowing in so many different ways. And also, my gorgeous Torini, when it comes to like a nutrition and when it comes to health, I highly recommend you to get something like to boost your immune system. You're not the only sign that I'm seeing this, and it's important to keep on doing this for the next few months. So I highly suggest you to get something like a natural organic camu camu capsules, which is going to give you natural vitamin C, to get something like natural vitamin D3 alongside natural K3, which is going to help with its absorption, and also to get on top of that like something like a zinc picolinate. So this combination, it's going to be mind-blowing to boost your immune system, my gorgeous Torini, indeed. And on top of all that, I do see when it comes to you as well, the problems with digestion a little bit and the problem with tiredness. So I highly recommend you something like a natural B vitamins, and you need to make sure it's a liquid, much better. And you also need to make sure that every single ingredient is like a natural, basically, and take it the very first thing in the morning. This way, this natural B vitamin liquid is going to give you so much energy that you need to have throughout the day, but at the same time, it's also going to be beneficial for your entire digestive system and so many other things as well. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only they can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, my gorgeous Torini, or not. So now I'm going to start with the very first day, which I think it's going to be really, really important, okay? On the 6th of February, there is this very strange person that you are going to come across, and somebody is going to like look really off to you. Somebody is going to look really, really horrible to you. Somebody is going to look really kind of not really honest to you, but maybe that person's appearance is going to be really great. So maybe this is something that confuses people a little bit, but it's somebody who is very naughty on the 6th of February that you're going to come across, that I think that you should avoid at all cost. That particular bastard, that particular snake, that particular person is actually going to try to pressurize you to do something which you absolutely 1,000,000% know that it's not good for you. Do not give that powerful part of yourself away, where you just ignore your intuition, which is ever so sacred. Give yourself credit where the credit is due. If you feel like someone is not right about what they're talking about, if you feel like someone is lying, if you feel like someone is being dishonest, and if you feel like someone has got like some kind of gain, personal gain from pushing you towards doing something that you don't want to do, no baby, no, just stay away, because this is not a good person. It's like some kind of a little snake that you are going to come across, and so just don't do what they want you to do, okay? And I understand sometimes people can have a very strong energy and they can like kind of motivate us in a wrong way, and by the time we go away and we have our own energy back, you know, we realize, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that. The bottom line here is you don't want to do something which is going to be completely silly for you, and you don't want to do something which you don't want to do, and you don't want to do something which is going to be completely irreversible. Always follow your intuition. Listen to me very carefully. And no, it's not always necessarily that our intuition is going to guide us towards the right way, but there is always more to it. It's very complex. So if we are kind of led in a wrong way, towards the wrong path, towards the wrong way, there is always a reason for it. It means that something along the line we need to reflect on, we need to go through, we need to learn. You know, it's to do with our spiritual evolution, but also it's to do the way we see things in life that we can only kind of have experience with and understand from a specific level once we go through them. So there are always going to be little bits and pieces that we're going to have to like kind of brush up on in order to kind of get ourselves going. But you know, this is all part of life. You know, that's what I'm trying to say here. Just follow your intuition at all costs here, indeed, and do not do something which, you know, my gorgeous Torini, it is not good for you whatsoever. On the 6th of February, you're also going to have a really good news which is going to make you feel so good, baby. It's like about somebody that's going to visit you, and maybe this is somebody who doesn't see you a lot, maybe this is somebody who doesn't see you often or whatever. That particular person is going to come to visit you, and this is going to mean to you so much. And because it's somebody who is like a major person in your life, and somebody who you're really going to feel excited that that person is going to visit you as well, and this is going to put you in a good mood. But that person, it's also, once that person visits you, whether this is going to be in February, March or April, you know, I think that that person is going to visit you in between now and the end of April, for example, you know. But once that person visits you, that person is also going to tell you something which is going to make you feel so happy. What that person is going to tell you, it's really going to surprise you, but it's going to make you feel so happy, because at the same time, you know that your life is going to change a little bit in the best possible way. But also, it's what that person is going to tell you, you will know that you will be able to spend more time with that person as well. Bless your heart. And that in itself is going to mean quite a lot for you as well. And once that person sees you, my gorgeous Torini, now in between now and the end of April, once that person visits you, they are going to give you really beautiful and special gift. I do know that you are very much so connected to that person, because on one hand, that person wouldn't give you such a special gift, for example, and on another hand, you wouldn't feel so proud of somebody. So it really is maybe somebody who had like a really great achievement in their life, and you are proud that they're able to kind of do something for you or buy something for you. So I know that this is going to mean to you so much. Bless your heart. And it's nothing to do with like materialistic things or anything like that, but just your pure goodness and you being so happy like about someone doing really great in life, who just mean to you so much as well. But on top of all that, that particular person is almost going to give you like some kind of a little secret formula. It's gonna give you some kind of idea what you should do, and you're gonna kind of not gonna kind of take that seriously straight away, but then again, you're not gonna be able to stop thinking about this whatsoever, and the more you think about it, the more it's gonna make sense. Absolutely brilliant, my gorgeous Torini, indeed. The next important date is gonna be on the 7th of February. On the 7th of February, oh my God, you are something very unusual is gonna happen, and you're gonna have this good omen, and you're gonna have this good sign. I say good omen and good sign and good indication. This is going to be very personal, and I think that you're going to be thinking about something really specific here. And at the moment in time when you're thinking about something really specific, you're going to have this good omen and good indication and a powerful sign that you have to give something to someone, There is going to be this person in your mind. Oh, can you hear this? Dance, baby. Slow dance. Yeah. Yeah, 1 2 3 4, woo woo woo. Now, so basically, yeah, what I was going to say on the 7th of February, so you are going to have a clear sign. You're going to be thinking about something and something really specific, and the sign that you're going to have, it's going to be completely out of this world, a very powerful sign. And what you're going to understand through all this is like that you know that you need to give something to someone, that you need to actually, you're going to realize that you need to work on a specific relationship a little bit more. There you go. So on the 7th of February, you're going to be thinking about something really specific, and then you are going to have like a really specific sign, and this is going to be like, whoa, like that, like it's going to be impossible for you not to kind of like put 2 and 2 together here. It's going to be absolutely crazy, because you are indeed quite intuitive. And that sign is going to make you aware of the fact that you do need to work a little bit more on a specific relationship here, okay? This is a different person from the 6th of February, of course. This is a different person on the 7th of February. who you're gonna realize that you're gonna need to work on a certain relationship, and you're gonna do this, bless your heart, and this is to do with somebody really specific whom you have actually fallen out with, or this is to do with somebody really specific whom you had an argument with, and this is to do with somebody really specific who is part of your life, and this is to do with somebody really specific where you're gonna have to bloody understand and realize that sometimes in this life we have to agree to disagree. We have to agree to disagree. It's one of those things, you know. There is no time to be petty or hold some kind of grudges against somebody who you know love you genuinely and you love that person. It's no time, because this life is way too short. This life is way too short, so it's good to not to take things personal all the time. And I'm not saying you're doing it, but it's always like kind of try to take everything in life, nothing in life take personal, in a personal way. Just always try to like kind of look things from a different angle and don't take them personal. Do you know what I mean? Because that means that there are things that you have that you need to deal with, that's reflecting on the outside world, and it's getting back onto your inner world, and it's creating this confusion when you are kind of dealing with people about the specific situations that have affected both of you. So this is important. This is gonna mean to you so much. There is a reason why you're gonna have a sign and a powerful indication that you do need to work on the one specific relationship in your life a little bit more. And this in itself, it's so important, because once you connect and once you reconnect with that person, you are gonna go forward. In between 7th and the 14th of February, already you will see that person, you will connect, you will see each other, you will connect with that particular person, and that person is going to pretty much, so you're going to become aware of a very interesting, not only some problem it's going to come to an end, some problem it's going to be resolved in between both of you, but there is going to be such an important conversation that you're going to have about other things, and that particular person is going to suggest something to you, my gorgeous Taurini. And what this person is actually going to suggest to you, it's like pretty much, so it's like doing something. It's about some kind of option, which is ever so important. But to take that option off or on that person is going to suggest to you, it's going to be superb. But you will know that you're not going to be able to do this until you walk away from something first, you know, from some kind of unfinished business anyway that no longer works for you. And that unfinished business that no longer works for you, it's your clear sign and indication that karmically something has come to an end. Nothing bad about it, but it's more about establishing this and identifying what this is, because at the same time, because this karmically has come to an end, now at this stage of your life, it's unnecessarily draining your energy, and it's messing things up for you in terms of your visions. Like maybe you're holding on too much or too hard on people and materialistic things, you know, so it messed up your energy a little bit. So now you need to snap out of it. And that gorgeous person here is not someone who genuinely loves you in their life, like a family member or a friend, not somebody who genuinely loves you, but genuinely is going to suggest something remarkable for you to do, because that person has gone something in their life similar, and that's why they're just sharing some kind of a mind-blowing experience with you that you can take on an absolutely crazy level in your life. And on top of that, it is going to highlight something that has come to an end, and now you're going to realize only that through that particular situation. So it's going to help you to accept that there is something that you're going to have to walk away from that you used to be passionate about, and that's not a bad thing whatsoever. It just means that karmically something, my gorgeous Taurini, has come to an end, and that's why this was messing up your energy and vibration, and you were holding on to things and people maybe too much because it was affecting that particular balance. So this is why this is so important, you know, very, very important. So my gorgeous Taurini, like this is like something that you are, thank God, by the 14th of February you are going to have a clear idea how you're actually going to do this, because you know you're leaving something behind. It looks like you're going to find this challenging, but to be quite honest with you, within just 1 week, within 7 days, you're already going to have an idea how you're going to deal with that challenge, as you're going to see this as a challenge. And at that moment in time, this is about to bring this very much so fresh new energy into your life, which is going to show you exactly what you should be focusing on purely through your own creativity. Again, how you're gonna feel, and you're gonna go into this like planning mode. You're gonna be thinking about future. You're gonna start feeling alive again. Your spirit is gonna rise to the point where it hasn't been like in absolute centuries. My gorgeous Torini, what was happening? Absolutely brilliant. Another thing I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Torini, would be this absolutely brilliant dragon blood jasper. Look how stunning this is, a dragon blood jasper. This is a very powerful pendant, and it's fantastic for the next few months for you to wear this. This is brilliant for problem solving. It's brilliant for taking responsibility, and it's fantastic when it comes to accepting what needs to change. Absolutely brilliant. This gorgeous pendant comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. Just click on the name of this video, and then it's gonna expand, and then you click on read more, and then you will see what pendants are for sale. Or just simply go in the comment section, and it's gonna be pinned on top of the comments as well, now where I'm placing my products. And if you don't want to do that, then you can just go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin shop, and then you will see my shop is going to come up, and one of the first two products is going to be Dragon Blood Jasper. By buying from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well, my gorgeous Torini, so thank you very much for that. The next important date, it's gonna be on the 14th of February. On the 14th of February, something very, very unusual is going to happen, like a really big surprise. Honestly, on the 14th of February, my gorgeous Torini, you're really going to have a big surprise here. And you know, I really like this because, you know, it's about, you know, something really bad coming to an end. And this is going to surprise you, like really surprise you. You thought this is never going to come to an end. And you're also going to have an important conclusion when it comes to the 14th of February. On top of all that, you are going to have this really important idea as well, like really amazing idea on the 14th of February. And the fact that you are going to have this amazing idea is the direct result that something is coming to an end, you know, like something, you know, like when I said that on the 14th of February something bad is going to come to an end. So, well, it's something bad that was going on for the last 10 months. Something really negative was going on for the last 10 months, you know, and this is what's going to come to an end. And that in itself, it's really kind of, that's the reason why you will be able to see things from a completely different angle. This is actually going to be quite enlightening experience for you, and it's going to be the beginning of a very specific change here. You are basically now, there is something that you are, again, I'm sorry, I know, but I've just said, I was talking about what I was talking about before, but now you're just going to also have to like kind of sacrifice something. There is something that you're going to need to sacrifice here. Now I said that you're going to need to walk away from something here, but that's going to come, that's something that came to an end. And here on the 14th of February, now you are going to kind of like see what exactly do you need to sacrifice. And this in itself, what you need to sacrifice, it's also a lot to do with like you kind of needing to understand that at the same time, you know, it's like by the time you know this idea that you're going to have on the 14th of February, by the time you get to October 2024, yes, I know, now you're gonna have a go at me that I'm talking about October, you know, and now we're in February, but it's basically like by the time you come to October, there is something like, oh my God, there is like, your life is like gonna be absolutely incredible. Your life is gonna be incredible. Seriously. And the reason is because, you know, some kind of manifestation of yours is going to kick off, it's going to take place. And for me to answer what kind of manifestation, well, let me tell you something. Let me be crystal clear here. On the 14th of February, you will have an idea. Remember, on the 14th of February, you will have an idea. On the 14th of February, you are going to have a good luck the whole day. A very spiritual day in so many different ways, especially when it comes to you having a good luck. Maybe you should try your good luck a little bit. You need to trust me, because I'm talking about that particular idea on the 14th of February that you are going to have. And that particular idea that you are going to have, it's not only instantly going to make you feel courageous, fantastic, good about yourself. There are going to be all sorts of signs and indication that you should be doing this. This is the right thing for you to do. Well, that particular idea that you are going to have when it comes to October 2024, this is where you will be enjoying things in life you were probably only dreaming about to enjoy. Your life is going to be completely different from like every single angle, and you're going to find this so rewarding, because my gorgeous Torini, it is all going to be entirely down to you. There is so much you're going to learn about yourself in between now and October 2024. Like, oh my God, all I can say to you, your life is going to start changing, and I am so happy for you, because I know that there are so many elements here that you've been waiting for a while indeed. So now, my gorgeous Torini, I'm just going to see what is going to be the next date. The next date is going to be on the 21st of February. On the 21st of February, my gorgeous Torini, you are going to, oh God, you know, I'm not going to lie to you. Yes, there is going to be a bit of a tower moment on the 21st of February. Something is going to happen. Something is going to take place, and you're not going to like it whatsoever to start with. But then you're gonna be very, very happy within the next few days, because within the next few days after the 21st of February, there is a very, very unusual and interesting opportunity that you're gonna become aware of. You would not even know this. You would not even notice this. You would not even become aware of this. You would not even pay attention to this, because this requires a certain level of your spirituality to take over. This is a sacred moment in time, and it's signifying one particular fact, that what causes this tower situation on the 21st of February, oh my God, it's gonna work in your favor. First of all, you're gonna be shocked and negative, because you will know that, you know, this is something that will surprise you and throw you out of balance and make you feel just a little bit scared, just a little while. But there is something, another half of you is gonna be just as excited, but you're not going to be able to notice this, okay? Because you're still going to be like a little bit shocked because of this, like a bit of a tower moment that's going to happen on the 21st of February. And then within the next few days, you're going to have this remarkable opportunity. And I'm telling you 1,000,000% that this opportunity is going to help you to tap into something you've never tapped into before. It's just so important. And you're going to realize how to speed certain things in life. And you're going to realize what exactly you are missing out on in life. You're going to realize exactly what do you want to explore. And you're going to be like, where have I been all my life? Like, I cannot believe this. This is what an impact on your life that opportunity is actually going to make and have, my gorgeous Torini. So don't worry about this 21st of February, this tower situation, which is going to throw you out of balance, and you're going to cry for hours. No, I'm joking. You're going to cry for hours. No, I'm joking. Don't worry about this being thrown out of balance. You just need to look at this from a different angle. Trust me. It's something, it's going to come to an abrupt end. But then again, my baby, you're going to feel like really relieved. You're going to feel really happy because of that. So first of all, you're going to be shocked, but then another half of you is like going to help you to keep floating on top of things, because you will not probably notice, but almost immediately there are certain things that you're going to become very, very curious about. And subconsciously, those little things that you're going to become like curious about are going to be guiding you towards you realizing a very, very interesting and unusual opportunity. Otherwise, you would never notice. And this opportunity is really going to not only help you to reconnect with yourself, but to reconnect with your life like never before. Unbelievable. So on the 21st of February, you actually should be really pleased, because this in itself, this negative situation that is going to happen, it's also going to be the beginning of a very, very powerful transformation in life. Indeed, where you are going to find yourself yourself, within the next few days, literally, on this spiritual quest. So don't be surprised when you find yourself on the when you find yourself on the spiritual quest. Don't be surprised when, for example, now suddenly, I don't know, you're gonna feel like you want to smudge your home with a dry sage. Go for it. You will feel like you want to play with little crystals that you have. Go for it. You will feel like you want to reconnect with the spiritual people or people who are like-minded, which is ever so important. Go for it. There's so many little realizations that you're gonna feel like in terms of spirituality, and this is what it happens when we find ourselves on the spiritual quest. We are elevating ourselves. It's important. So the 21st of February, it's the beginning of a really powerful transformation, and then at the same time you're going to find yourself on this spiritual quest, which is most importantly going to make you aware of the fact that you do need to make a really important decision. As soon as you become aware of that opportunity that you're going to become aware of, unusual opportunity that you would never notice otherwise, and that's the big mama, that's the big baby, that's bringing you the spiritual key, which is going to unlock the door you never knew existed. I mean, come on, man. What more can we want out of life? It's all about our spiritual evolution. It's all about us changing and growing. We think life is like this, life is like that, and then every now and then, boom, something happens, and then we just find out so much about ourselves, about our lives. It's brilliant, and it changes everything. And this is the moment that is going to change everything here, because you are gonna make a really important decision, my gorgeous Taurini, after you become aware of this opportunity. That is gonna unusual opportunity that you're gonna become aware of, but important opportunity in between from the 21st of February. Within the next few days, you will know that now you need to make an important decision when it comes to that opportunity. And all you need to do is you're healing and you're ascending onto the next level of your spiritual journey. One phase is coming to an end, baby. Another phase is about to begin. All you're doing is following your intuition. And by making this important decision, you are also making an incredible move, an incredible step, baby. This in itself is already going to start a process of an important manifestation. Listen to me very carefully. By making this important decision, when it comes to you becoming aware of this opportunity, part of that is going to be needed from you to make an important decision. You're going to be like, oh God, But as soon as you do this, my gorgeous Taurini, at the same time, you're already making an incredible first step, an incredible first move. It's already written in the stars, baby, written in the stone, that this is going to manifest. This is already starting the process of manifestation, and it's going to change your entire life. Oh my goodness, absolutely mind-blowing. Another thing I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Taurini, would be this absolutely one of the most beautiful pendants I've ever had. Literally one of the most stunning pendants I've ever had. Look how beautiful this is, and I really don't know if you can actually see how gorgeous and how stunning this is. Extremely beautiful. One of the most gorgeous pendants I've ever had. One of the most powerful pendants I've ever had. And on top of that, it's actually really rare as well. You see what I mean? So this is called Aqua Praise Chalcedony. It really helps you to reconnect with nature. It helps you to feel calm. It helps you to feel peace. It helps you to center yourself. It reduces sadness, negativity, anxiety, and depression. And on top of that, it opens your mind. It increases your intuition. It activates your third psychic eye, which means that when you sleep and dream, you are remembering dreams that you should remember. Those dreams that guide you, that guides us. As same, like for example, when you are meditating, you are having like crazy insights when you are wearing this. And also on another note, because it activates your third psychic eye, when you come across certain numbers, or like 777, for example, and this means to you that and that, XYZ, for example, when you come across the certain numbers, like let's say you come across 777. And this normally means to you certain things. When you wear this, the other insights that you get when you have these signs, for example, you see, and you even kind of like realize that you are using certain words that you don't normally use when you have these little insights. Not because somebody else is thinking, you know what I mean? No, baby, no. It's a really powerful sign that your subconscious mind is taking over. You know, something very big and important is coming out of you, and it's guiding you at the time where you're going to find this more beneficial than ever. Seriously. So this is something I highly recommend you, my gorgeous Taurini. It's called Aqua Praise Chalcedony, and the link to buy this is in the description. I suggest you to wear this for the next few months, indeed. And the link to buy this, you can just click on the name of this video. It's going to expand, and then click on read more, and then you will see where these pendants are, or you will see it in the comments. I just pin it in the comments. On top of the comments you will see pinned, or you can just simply go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin shop, and then you will see my page is going to come up that way. Click on it, and then you will see first or second pendant, how you can actually buy this. Absolutely gorgeous there. The next important date, my gorgeous Taurini, it's going to be on the 28th of February. Now, on the 28th of February, oh my God, like, listen to me very carefully. You know what? It's the process of justice here. Like justice, huge process of justice. Whether you have been waiting for something legal, some kind of legal process, some kind of a legal case, maybe you were waiting for something specific, you know, or you were just waiting for somebody to make a really important decision for you as well. So it's to do with you waiting for some kind of decision, some kind of outcome, and whether this is legal or not legal, it still means to you quite a lot. Where the bottom line here is that the news is gonna be great when it comes to some kind of a justice. So the 28th of February is bringing you a big justice, my gorgeous Taurini. Very important indeed, and this is gonna put a massive smile on your face, because it's to do with something that just drained your energy. It's to do with something that you were so stressed about. It's to do with something that you were so anxious about, and it's to do with something when somebody has done something really bad and really wrong to you. So this is going to be absolutely brilliant. This in itself is going to create its unique and very powerful balance here, because now you're also going to have some kind of sign, and like when it comes to money, when it comes to protecting money and things like that, there is going to be very interesting sign that you are going to have at around that time when you're thinking about money. Something that is again going to be an interesting sign just when you're thinking about money, how to protect money or things like that. You know, this sign, it's really kind of going to be part of this, like really pretty much so an important guidance here, something to pay attention to as well. But also when it comes to the 28th, it is not only about this justice, but also at the same time, if you do want to do something like a justice or start some kind of process of justice, you know, if you want to prove your point to someone, you know, then 28th of February would be absolutely brilliant day for it, because it simply means that it's a very powerful indication that the things are gonna work in your favor purely because of the energy which is gonna be going at around that time, which is most certainly gonna work in your favor indeed. And also at around on the 28th of February also, you are you know what, you are going to have a very interesting advice. Someone is going to give you a really interesting advice, and you're going to remember that advice, because you're going to kind of something is going to happen to you. You are going to have like a really beautiful and kind of a really beautiful experience on the 28th of February. Actually, you're going to have a really beautiful experience. Something is going to happen to you, and it's going to remind you of your past. It's going to remind you of your memory, and you're going to go into this thinking mode, and then you're going to be reminded of this advice that you've had within the last 7 months. Someone gave you this mind-blowing advice that you completely forgot about, and now you were reminded of this advice, and now you're going to feel this advice like never before. Why? Because what happened to you, the experience that you had before that, really made you aware of something very important and very specific, you know that. It made you aware of the fact that you've got everything you need. And that's why you remember that advice. So you will remember that advice because this experience made you aware of this advice, because you've realized that now you have everything you need to kind of take this advice on. So it's something that you considered like very, very seriously then and there within the last 7 months, but only now, because of that experience, something is going to be unpacked here, a beautiful moment in time, the beginning of a very powerful unfoldment in so many different ways, where you're going to realize that now you've got everything you need in order to take this advice seriously. And this is something which is gonna make your life so much better, so much more meaningful, so much more interesting. It's to do with like your vision, how you want your life to be. It's to do with a vision, how you want your life to be. And that advice that someone gave you within the last 7 months, it's to do with your life, how you want your life to be. It's to do with your vision. So it's all going to start making sense here, my gorgeous Torini, like never before. This in itself is going to be ever so rewarding, and you are going to find yourself on a very, very powerful path here, and the determination that you're going to have is going to be completely out of this world. So now, my gorgeous Torini, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you in relationships. For those of you in relationships, this is absolutely crazy, but in a good way, because there will be something that you are going to be maybe kind of arguing about, you and your partner. There is something that you're going to be bickering about. There is something that you are just not going to be agreeing about. And maybe you're going to have a bit of like a little argument, but then again, you know what, to be quite honest with you, it's something that has been going on for a while. So you need to kind of maybe either, what I said before, agree to disagree, or you need to do something. You need to move on from that, because there are very important options and opportunities that you are both ignoring because of something really petty, really petty. Okay, so this is why this is so important. But what I really like is that before the end of this month, there is going to be an important message that the couples are going to have before the end of the month. And that message is going to really show the certain progress. And this is going to blow away both of you. And it's going to make you feel really good. It's going to make you feel brilliant. And this in itself, it's really kind of going to bring that light at the end of the tunnel. So this in itself gonna kind of release so much tension that was causing these arguments in the first place. So it is gonna kind of resolve itself at the end, but it's more now, what are you gonna do after this stage when you become aware of this message? It's about the progress. What has brought this progress? This is something that you need to like really pretty much so both of you put as a priority number one at this stage of your life. Indeed, this is something to focus on, okay? Because it's gonna bring so much into your lives. And also, when it comes to those of you who are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Torini, do you know what? It's more like you kind of realizing, you're gonna have such a personal and private moment, here, where you're gonna be in kind of this deep thinking mode. And this is for those of you who are single, and you are going to be thinking about maybe somebody who used to fancy it like a while back, and maybe you had something with that particular person. Maybe it was something briefly with, maybe it was something a little bit serious, but it wasn't like too long. Do you know what I mean? So it was like kind of definitely wasn't too long, because it was some kind of like maybe mini relationship with somebody, or something happened with somebody really briefly. Definitely wasn't a long relationship. So you're gonna be in this hermit mode, and you're gonna be thinking about yourself, you're gonna be thinking about your life, and now suddenly you're gonna remind yourself about this person who you've been briefly with. like maybe a year ago, maybe within the last year, maybe within the last couple of years. However, somehow you're gonna remember that person because there was a very bitter experience when it comes to that person. And this bitter experience when it comes to that person was consisting of you being with somebody for a little while, then like you found the real face of that person. Do you know what I mean? You realize who this person is really shortly, and then you were like, oh God, you know, I don't like this person. And that was like a really bitter experience. And that in itself kind of maybe messed things a little bit within you more than you actually realize, because I think subconsciously you really liked this person, you really fancied this person, you really thought this person was different, and that's where you were blown away when you did find out the real face of that person. It is ever so important for you to think about and reflect on this. This is the that you're actually going to realize that somebody from your past who you have been briefly with has affected you to the point where you just did not let anybody new in, because subconsciously you were blaming yourself for something that you've got nothing to do with. In fact, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful, you're nice. There was a lot wrong with that person. You were subconsciously blaming yourself for something that you should not blame yourself in the first place whatsoever. So you are going to identify this. You are going to know this. You are at the same time going to snap out of it, and you are, hallelujah, going to come out of your comfort zone. Only now, my gorgeous Torini, you're gonna be ready to let somebody else new into your life. And it's not gonna feel like that immediately, but 2 or 3 days later you will see your passion is going to rise, your energy is going to rise. You're going to start planning, oh, I want to go there, I want to go there, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to meet him, I want to meet her, blah blah. You're going to go into this crazy planning mode, but it's going to feel good, because only now, my gorgeous Torini, the time is right. Okay, my gorgeous Torini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.